Oh my god! An actual upload that isn't just a vertically shot shit poster or live stream that goes at a rapid pace of 8 FPS. And to top all that off, it's a video about an anime and a manga with schoolgirls in it. Holy crap! But I was looking for the latest manga to feast my hungry eyes on. I ended up stumbling upon a smug anime girl. Now you may remember one of the rare times I actually uploaded a video where it was on the topic of waifus. And remember this image? At the time I did not know who the smug was, but now that I know that she's a first year, I can plead ignorance and not pull a Doug Walker.
Let me make one thing perfectly clear. The age of consent in many parts of Japan is in fact 13 years old.
Spoilers from here on out, so don't get mad at me when I tell you what's up. Now, for those of you who are uninformed about who the smug bitch is, her name is Haisei Nagatoro, and she's a tsundere with a whipped cuck senpai. When their story starts, she falls in love with this dude after getting a peek at his manga in their school's library with her friends. Once her friends leave, Nagatoro stays and makes fun of this guy for writing an embarrassingly bad self-insert isekai, where the main protagonist protects the female character in the most Reddit of ways. After bullying the schmuck, Nagatoro declares him her senpai and gets involved in his life, bullying him along the way until their love becomes earnest and true. Now, because this is a rom-com manga, the duo have yet to get together in the 80 or so odd chapters, but there has been character growth for the two leads. Nagatoro has learned to be more open about her feelings in a teasing way, and senpai has become based! Now, with the series going on for quite a while, you may have thought there's been a lot of arcs that test their love and throws a wrench in the wheel, and I'm here to tell you that that is just simply dumb and gay. Instead, there's only really one arc that tests the duo's nuts, and it's pretty good at doing that as it involves the Big Booba Art Club president, threatening to shut down the club if Senpai doesn't beat her at the yearly festival. In planning a way to save the club, Nagatoro and her crew plan all sorts of gimmicks in order to beat the president's nudist portraits. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to love when Senpai gets the courage to admit to Nagatoro that she's the most stimulating person in his life. With that, Senpai makes an art exhibit of all the portraits he's done of her, while she and her friends dress Nagatoro up as a cat girl in order to bring people to the exhibit. Senpai wins, and the president allows the art club to exist, and in doing so, gives Nagatoro a place to be with her senpai, where she can encourage his artwork, and Senpai can come out of his shell some more. Now, I know I'm going over this at a pretty rapid pace, but I'm trying to get you guys caught up, so if I'm missing any of the finite details, just read the manga. Plebs. Now, any other weeb shit manga would introduce another one of those love triangles and repeat the same story beats in order to milk the series dry, but I think Nashi knows what he's doing for what it seems like, and he knows that doing that would make him a hack, and we all know what happens when a bunch of hacks get in charge of a story and start to write it for the author.
So it's almost impossible for me to review this movie without giving a humongous thank you and shout out to Red Letter Media, because their review for The Phantom Menace is quite possibly my favorite movie review of all time. These are eyes that analyze movies. I like to analyze the way shots are cut together. Nearly every single shot in the pod race is from the right-hand perspective of the pods, and I would say about 80% of the shots are panning from left to right. Pan from left to right. Left to right. Left to right. Left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right. If you think I'm showing the same shot over and over again, I'm not. These are all different shots. For some reason, Lucas never thought to put the camera on the other side of the pods.
Instead, we're given more intimate moments where the duo gets closer, in a carnival, a few festivals, and even a few times where they get sick and have to nurse each other back to health at their respective houses, including a moment where Nagatoro almost kisses Senpai on the cheek before his parents come in and cockblock. After all this, we are then taken to the staple of any normal rom-com, the martial arts tournament arc. The school is hosting its judo tournament, and Senpai knows he probably won't do all that good in it, but he's willing to give it a shot when Best Girl Gamo hands him a flyer for her family's local gym with Nagatoro on it. He goes to the gym and asks Nagatoro to help him train, and the two begin their training after Senpai tells Nagatoro his idea. After an awkward moment between the two, Senpai sees a match in the ring between Gamo and Nagatoro. To Senpai's surprise, Nagatoro flips Gamo, and then, afterward, during the walk home, Senpai learns that Nagatoro used to do judo. Nagatoro also admits that she has given up on judo because of a person she couldn't beat, leading her to hit a wall and quit. The day of the match arrives, it is revealed that Nagatoro is going to be against the same person who led her to quit. Her friends hype her up, but to no avail, as she walks out to sulk after telling them that she's going to throw the match. Senpai goes out there to check on Nagatoro, and that's when he learns that they have been rivals since they were kids. With some encouragement from Senpai, she gets back up and decides to do her best, on the sole condition that Senpai does his best as well, even offering a kiss as an award for winning. In Senpai's match, he is immediately pinned down, but through his anime flashback powers, he manages to turn the tides. The final bit of encouragement is when Nagatoro, going from sad to ecstatic when she sees Senpai become a top, yells at him to not give up. I think we can all feel this, as I know I did when I got a boner because I wished to be yelled at by a woman while being on top of someone. Senpai loses due to not having enough points by the end of time, and it's Nagatoro's turn to fight. Nagatoro does better than Senpai at first, but hits that brick wall that anyone hits when life gets tough. Senpai decides it's his time to encourage Nagatoro, and tells her to also never give up, and after the match it turns out that our girl is the loser. But instead of leaving it at that, she accepts her opponent's handshake and lets her know that she'll beat her next time. On their walk home, Nagatoro talks about the match and asks Chadpai if she'll get a kiss if she wins. Chadpai is stunned when he hears this question, as Nagatoro has both bullied and teased him with kisses all the time, but she looks back at him and lets Chadpai know that this time she's serious. At the start of their second year, Nagatoro bursts into the art club as she normally does, and lets Chadpai know that she'll be joining the judo club after acting as a model for him. Nagatoro gets up excitedly and lets Chadpai know that she's excited to have a goal. Chadpai asks if her goal is to beat her childhood rival, but instead, Nagatoro's actual goal is to win a kiss from Chadpai. After a little bit of teasing about the kiss and Chadpai's nervousness about it, a random girl walks into the room and addresses Chadpai by Haochi-senpai and asks to join the art club. Now this is the part where we start theory crafting. In the last panel, we can see that Nagatoro is obviously upset, and Haochi is making quite the curious face, leaving many to wonder if he's making this face because of Nagatoro or the mystery girl. It is also strange that this mysterious girl, who we are going to call Mystery, calls him Senpai. Not even Nagatoro's friends call him that, instead calling him Paisen, a joking take on the term. Now, many theorize as to who this girl is, and a lot of those believe that she is the president's sister, and I would like to disagree, because unlike the president, this girl does not have big jugs. There's also one thing that I would like to point out, and it's earlier in the story. We've seen this a couple of times with Haochi about doing things with girls before calling him a virgin, and even asking if he's ever been in a girl's bedroom the first time they hang out at Nagatoro's house when they get caught in a storm, and his only response is to tell her things like, "That's personal and you don't need to know that." This could lead to Haochi and Mystery having a past. I've also seen a few theories that this might bring another love triangle to the story. This is possible now with Nagatoro and the judo club. This leaves Haochi all alone with Mystery, and this could either lead to those two getting closer, or Mystery helping Haochi address his feelings for Nagatoro. And the former could be possible if the theory about them having history together is true, but I trust that Nashi wouldn't do that, because so far he hasn't been a hack. I've also seen a theory that Haochi might go and ditch Nagatoro for Mystery, but I really don't buy into that. Now that I've stretched this video out to as long as I could possibly imagine it going while jamming out to the Thriller album as I write the script, I do believe that it's that time to announce what I think may happen. So, in this story, I would like to propose to you guys that I think that
But I thought they had a great